Welcome back, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Joe here.
Kevin.
All right, it's our movie day. This is a movie I'm a little embarrassed that I haven't seen.
Right. This won our Patreon poll for cult films,
Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. Obviously, this has been in the culture enough.
Yes.
It gets referenced. It gets parodied. There's plenty of it. Right. There's plenty of it that you know, right, of the movie. Especially, what's his name?
Which one? This
Judd Nelson.
Judd Nelson. Okay.
You,
I don't know if you
you
know
know,
Michael Hall or
right. You know a lot of Judd Nelson's lines.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know any of anyone else's dialogue, but Judd Nelson has some big quotable lines in this movie.
Yeah.
You'd have to be living under a rock if you've never heard them.
I had a friend who had the poster. I know, like Anthony Michael Hall wears a pair of sunglasses in this movie.
See, I don't even know that.
And I had a friend who had a poster of him
Right.
with the sunglasses on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know the cast because again, under a rock situation. If you don't,
I know some of them. Like I said,
Molly Ringwald is definitely in this, and I think the teacher that's in it is the lieutenant, the obnoxious lieutenant from Die
Dwayne.
Hard, Dwayne, the moron,
Yeah.
the moron Dwayne,
Yeah.
From Die Hard,
which is cool. Look, I love 80s movies, but this is just, I don't know, like John Hughes films are a big blind spot for me.
I know for a fact that I didn't really look through the list, but when I pulled this movie up to see where to find it, there was like recommendations of other John Hughes films. I know I've seen two of them. I have seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I saw that when I was a kid more than once.
That's John. I know that was John Hughes. Cool.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure it is. It was on the list. It might have been a recommendation, but something just closed. Maybe I'm wrong. Sure. But I definitely know 16 Candles is John Hughes. I have seen that. I was younger than the characters in the movie when I saw it.
Young Duck Dong? Is that one?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I was a very little kid when I watched it, so I was like, oh, this is what high school is like, which obviously that is way not the case. Sure. And I mean, I haven't seen it since I was a little kid, but I remember enough and I've heard enough conversation about it that it did not age well at all.
No, it's pretty bad.
There's between racial stereotyping of the Asian character, and I remember him a little bit. Yeah. And some of the like assaulty level bits that were in there, which I know
a trope in these movies, right?
Yeah, these 80s sex movies. It's a thing where like American Pie, right?
Oh, yeah,
you go back and watch it now, and it's like, oh, these people should be in jail, you know.
And obviously, the films like American Pie,
right?
And like even Superbad to a certain extent, I guess. I know that Seth Rogen has spoken out about how he is inspired by John Hughes movies,
right?
And like I said, I always like going back to the original and checking the stuff out. So this is a fun way for us to kind of see where this began.
Absolutely.
You know,
there has been talk on and off over the years about studios wanting to remake The Breakfast Club. There was I can't remember what it was called, but there was like some movie that was in 2022 that was inspired by The Breakfast Club that I guess is basically an updated kind of knockoff of it. I don't remember the name of it. Yeah. Obviously, it wasn't a massive hit, but there's been talk of just a straight redo of this, which I am never a fan of redoing classic movies that work.
Me neither.
The Psycho remake was terrible.
It's a shot-for-shot remake too.
Yeah, it was garbage. The only time I'm in favor of it is when the movie's bad to begin with that you're redoing.
Sure.
And you make a better one. That's it. The movie should be bad if you're going to do a remake. Ocean's 11.
Yes.
The original Ocean's 11, I saw it on TV when I was a kid, is terrible.
It's honestly boring.
It's boring. It's cheesy. It's not realistic in any way. I just think it's a bad script for those guys to have an excuse to hang out and get drunk in Vegas.
Yeah, for sure.
And maybe that was the same with the remake, but you also had
there's a cool factor.
Yes, you had Soderbergh, running it, which helped.
One of the best directors of all time.
Yeah, right, great actors and one of the best directors working. Yeah,
I think if it's another adaptation of something, like if it's based on a novel, True Grit's a great example.
True Grit, right? It was a novel first. Dune, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You had a bad Dune movie in the 80s. Yeah, it's not a remake of the movie.
No,
it's someone else went back to the source material and redid it.
Ultimately, we have the original piece, so sometimes remakes can taint that your viewing experience of the original movie, but let's hope this doesn't get remade. Let's hope.
That was the point I was getting at. It was like, obviously people hold this movie in high regard.
Yeah,
it's a classic. I've never actually sat down to watch it, so I'm kind of excited to do it. But I really hope that Hollywood's on originality.
They're going to do Hollywood's going to Hollywood.
Yeah, Hollywood's going to Hollywood. All right. Before we jump into here, we do want to thank our Patreon subscribers and give a special shout out to Actuarial Lurker, Balaz Foldes, Chris, Jeff, Christy Goverston, NJ, Surya Gundavarapu, and Weird Magic. Thank you so much, guys. We're very happy you're here with us.
Yes, we are. If you guys are watching this on YouTube for the first time, welcome to our channel. If you might hit the like button for us, leave us a comment down below, and please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on the new content we have coming your way.
If you'd like to see a full-length reaction to this and everything else we've watched or watching, please check out a link in the description below to our Patreon page. On every television show we're watching, we're at least 4 episodes ahead on Patreon of where we're on YouTube, so you can jump over to our Patreon if you like any of those and keep going there. Like with the Breakfast Club here on our Patreon page, you will have to watch your own source material. You are only going to see and hear us for copyright purposes. Yeah. We're also currently watching 30 Rock as a Patreon exclusive and just wrapped up Terry Girls. All right. Patreon subscribers, here is the movie you voted for in our biggest landslide ever on a movie in a vote. So we're going to go and jump into, The Breakfast Club in 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, it's infectious, right? It's hard not to do it. Oh,
that's an interesting move.
Yeah,
it's like revolution, like youth in revolt.
Yeah, kind of.
Shermer High School.
60062.
I think all of his movies are kind of around this
Illinois?
area. Yeah.
He's a Chicago guy,
yeah, right. I don't know if Shermer's real or not, but Illinois.
We had to sacrifice a whole Saturday in detention. A basket case. Princess.
That's right. This is kind of like their tropes.
Yeah.
Kind of like The Faculty.
Yep. Yeah. Good example. I wonder if The Faculty is taking a page from this.
For sure. I love The Faculty, by the way.
Faculty was great.
Can't believe you can't get me out of this.
So she's a spoiled one.
Yeah. Get in there and use the time to your advantage.
She's like, you better be studying.
Oh, girl, yeah.
The jock.
Athlete for sure,
Okay,
right?
So Anthony Michael Hall might be the brains. All right, so he's got a tough childhood.
That's a great entrance. That is definitely Judd Nelson.
Yeah.
Allie should be for sure.
No, he's definitely cool, bad boy.
The gray trench coat and long scarf. That's some say anything stuff right there.
Yeah, it is.
The picture with the boombox. Yeah.
It's a great set.
Oh, everyone loves a bully. Oh, so they both kind of suck.
Yeah. That's kids, you know.
Yeah. There he is. They're going for the lights.
Well, here we are.
He's got great comedic timing.
He does.
Ooh. You have exactly 8 hours and 54 minutes to think about why you're here.
It was a long detention.
You will not sleep.
Obviously.
8 hours sitting in silence?
Yeah.
People, we're going to try something a little different today. We are going to write an essay.
Oh, man.
Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Give you the answer. Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
I think that's right. Yeah. Good shot.
You keep eating your hand, you're not going to be hungry for lunch.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great fit. Yeah, he's so far away.
If you gotta go, you gotta go.
You gotta pee there?
You're not urinating in here, man. Don't talk. It makes her crawl back up.
Oh my god.
You're pretty sexy when you get angry.
I'm kind of with Emilio on this one.
Me too.
Do not pee on the carpet in front of me.
We just started.
Or we'll get the prom queen impregnated.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Nobody here is interested.
Butt face. You couldn't ignore me if you tried.
He sucks.
Yeah.
Beef injection.
Go to hell!
Enough!
Hey, what's going on in there?
Oh my god.
He's not gonna move.
I mean, if he's just going over spreadsheets, go do them in there.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't have to be in your office for this.
8 hours of spreadsheets. Jesus.
And if you disappear forever, it wouldn't make any difference.
Okay, that's a little much.
Yeah.
Student council. Nah, they wouldn't take you. I'm hurt.
You're a big coward.
I'm in a math club. Anything to do with you activities people being close now, would it?
Well, you would know. You don't even know any.
Snobby.
I'm in the math club, the Latin club, and the physics club. Physics club.
Why is he?
Yeah, what did you do?
There are other children in my club. And,
He's kind of killing this with the mumbling and stuff. Yeah.
you load up, you party. Well, no, we get dressed up. I mean,
Just say yes.
Yeah.
my cousin Kendall from India.
He is very socially awkward.
Whoa, missing a whole wrestling meet. Well, you wouldn't know anything about it.
Whoa, okay.
And you lost
And
me,
the
Amelia.
80s, yeah.
Just like you. I figure all I need's a lobotomy and some tights.
The singlet, yeah.
I wear the required uniform. Tights. Shut up.
Get he's troubled youth,
Right.
but he's a lot, man.
He is alive.
Know what I'm doing?
No, fix the door. Get up there and
Shut up! Why is that door closed?
It's a wild guess.
We're just sitting here, like we're supposed to.
Nobody to the snitch. Okay.
Yeah.
It just closed, sir.
Who?
What?
The door's way too heavy, sir.
That's actually probably true.
Yeah. So to figure something out here.
This is gonna close on the door. Yeah.
What are you doing with this? What are you doing with it? Get this out of here, for God's sake.
What?
Eat my shorts.
What was that?
Oh,
Eat
God,
my
this
shorts.
guy.
You just bought yourself another Saturday, mister.
Crushed.
You just bought one more right there.
Well, I'm free the Saturday after that.
Say the word. Just say the word. Instead of going to prison, you'll come here.
Oh, my God.
Are you through?
No.
I'm doing society a favor.
So?
That's another one, right?
So?
Born life if you don't watch your step. You
I
want
like the
another
fight
one?
with the pinky.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it.
Excuse me, sir, it's 7.
Shut up, Pee-wee.
What? Good God. Oh, the bowl.
That's what it is,
God.
The next time I have to come in here, I'm cracking skulls.
I like they're showing this. You really lost control of that
Yeah,
situation.
he did. He knows.
I'm glad they showed that.
I only had detention one time. I got detention one time in high school, and it was like an hour, 2 hours, maybe.
More than I ever did.
Stubbies. Parents are in Europe. Should be pretty wild.
Yeah?
It's just destroying the card catalog, and I don't like it.
That's what I'm saying,
Put
man.
all the
Like,
cards out of order.
this kid's a menace.
Right?
It's like any minute. Divorce.
Who do you like better?
Sounds like Dad would be more accommodating.
Right?
My brother.
No.
It's like they use me just to get back at each other.
Oh.
Shut up!
Oh, you're breaking my heart. Sporto? What?
Sporto.
You're an idiot anyway. But if you say you get along with your parents, well, you're a liar, too.
His dad seems like he's real tough.
Yeah.
I don't like my parents either. I mean, I don't get along with them. I mean, their idea of,
Bullying was a lot more acceptable during this time than it is now.
Apparently, way more aggressive.
Yeah,
you are a parent's wet dream, okay?
that's probably true.
Yeah, well, he's got a name. Yeah? Yeah. What's your name? My condolences.
Anthony Michael Hall, like, is the most reasonable one here.
Yeah, he is.
What's yours? Claire?
Only name.
Oh, it's a fat girl's name.
Oh, thank you.
What?
Have you ever kissed a boy on the mouth?
Don't answer.
You gonna make me?
I think at this point, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point, yes, you have to.
Right.
It's you and me. 2 hits. Me hitting you, you hitting the floor.
Did that come from this?
I don't know, but it's a cheesy line.
Yeah. I mean,
There you go.
I mean that's fair.
'Cause I'd kill you.
He's got a knife.
Just took her life.
Brian, how you doing?
That's mean.
Yeah.
You want to be a janitor?
No, I just want to know how one becomes a janitor.
I hate people like this.
I know.
You guys think I'm just some untouchable peasant, sir? Peon?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I listen to your conversations. You don't know that, but I do. By the way, that clock's 20 minutes fast.
Good for you. You handled that well.
Yeah.
All right, girls. That's 30 minutes for lunch.
What do you drink?
Oh.
Vodka.
Vodka.
A lot. Tons.
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Curious.
Because my coach and my father don't want me to blow my ride because I got strength and speed. Kind of like a racehorse.
We're not like that person.
I thought he was going to be open there for a second.
So did I, yeah.
They want me to be.
Not Cherry. When have you ever gotten laid? I've laid lots of times.
Oh my god.
She lives in Canada. Let's just drop it, okay? We'll talk about it later.
No, drop what? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
That presently you and he are riding the hobby horse. Well, then what were you motioning to Claire for?
You know, I didn't appreciate this very much, Brian.
He is...
Yeah, Brian.
Why didn't you let me know you were a virgin?
Because it's personal business. It's my personal...
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
I think it's okay for a guy to be a virgin.
Yeah, you're in high school. Sushi?
You won't accept a guy's tongue in your mouth and you're gonna eat that? I don't know. Give it a try.
God.
We brought lunch for everybody, huh? With some cookies, 3 sandwiches, and a bag of chips. And a
See, I'd have way more to say about that than I would the sushi.
That's what I'm saying. Can I get one of those
I
sandwiches?
got a 4,000 calorie lunch going here.
Yeah.
Pixie sticks
Yeah.
on bread.
Ew. This is gross, right?
Yeah.
This is gross.
Storytelling through action and not words. This is who these people are.
Yeah.
This girl is eating garbage on bread.
Yeah. Is that cereal?
Yeah. Oh, it's Captain Crunch.
You're gonna cut the roof of your mouth.
Yeah. Dry Captain Crunch is no joke.
Why not just eat some broken glass?
Some gravel laying
Yeah.
around somewhere.
Oh, that's apple juice. I can read.
Can you?
Did your mom marry Mr. Rogers? No, Mr. Johnson.
It's a good answer, actually.
Passion of life at Big Bry's house.
Now you've eaten your lunch while he walks away.
Right. Yeah.
Say, son, how'd you like to go fishing this weekend?
They're making fun of him for having a.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, look at you getting along with your parents.
All right. What about your family?
Yeah,
Stupid, worthless, no good.
okay, yeah, right.
Oh, Dad, what about you? You!
Okay,
that
so
explains a lot.
it does explain a lot, doesn't it?
Image, I don't believe a word of it.
You don't believe me?
No.
No?
I buy it.
I know, I completely
Yeah.
buy it, yeah.
You believe this? Huh?
Cigarette burn?
See, this is what you get in my house when you spill paint in the garage.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I just don't think it gives you an excuse to act.
No, I mean, none of this is an excuse.
But he's a child. I mean, like,
Yeah,
it's
exactly,
hard
yeah.
because all these actors are like in their 20s, you know?
You look at him and you see an adult.
Yeah.
He's clearly like 25 years old,
But
right?
he's supposed to be like, what, 17?
Yeah, he's supposed to be a
16?
teenager, yeah.
I mean, he lies about everything anyway.
Yeah, he's an abused kid.
Yeah, explain.
I still would hang out with him or anything, yeah.
His lunch is done.
That's a Godfather there.
Yeah, exactly. Everything floated.
I bet he had a blast in this role.
Yeah, he's having fun.
Being bad feels pretty good. Huh?
That also explains why he doesn't mind being there on Saturdays.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
It's your standard locker there.
Right.
Oh, is that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That was marijuana. Shut up, Dick. Do you approve of this?
She's like, I'm all whacked out on pixie sticks. I don't care.
End up eating Captain Crunch sandwiches.
Where are we going?
Can we shout out the outfits too? The outfits are
The
awesome.
costume is perfect here.
Great idea, Jack. No. Just me. What do you mean?
I'll take the fall. That was nice of him. This is the most like a kid. You know what I mean?
For sure,
Kids
yeah.
do this kind of stuff.
The fact that he cares so much that he's trying to chase him down is ridiculous.
I know.
Out!
Thinking of trying out for a scholarship.
In Pineapple Express, when Danny McBride says that, is that what he's referencing?
I only saw Pineapple Express once. I don't remember.
It's a nice shot of the shoe to stand there.
Yeah.
Think this is cute? You think he's bitching? Is that it? Look at him. He's a bum.
You don't have to get personal here, though. He's a kid.
What's the matter, John? You gonna cry?
Dude.
Yeah. That's
like caricature villain.
Me.
You know,
I expect better
that's
manners
kinda
from
fair.
you, Dick.
He's been shoving in.
You can't put your hands
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, look, I have empathy.
That's the last time you ever make me look bad in front of those kids. Do you hear me?
See, this.
Threatening me?
What are you gonna do about it? Think anybody's gonna believe you?
He's baiting him, yeah.
This guy sucks.
I'm a man of respect around here. They love me around here.
Yeah. He lost me.
Yeah.
And everybody
I
knows
thought he
it.
was over the top in a funny way, but this has gotten way out of hand.
Hey, come on.
Whoa.
Right now, how tough you are. Come on. I'll give you the first punch. Let's go.
This is out of
It's
control.
a child. Yeah, you can tell it's messing with him.
It is. That's his dad acting like.
Yeah. Whoa.
You're a gutless turd.
Does that really make you feel like a man to do that to a kid? It sucks.
I know.
Okay, whatever revenge these guys have planned for this guy, I'm kind of in on it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I've been frustrated with teenagers before, but I would never pretend to punch my own. Oh, it's escaping. It's very diehard. There you
Yeah,
go.
it is, isn't it? I mean, there's appropriate punishment for bad behavior from kids, and we went way beyond what was okay.
I work in a restaurant, and we get kids that come in there all the time. And I'm like, I want to hit these kids. I don't actually do it.
Right, or tell them that.
Yeah.
Suppose you won't be needing a drink. Naked lady says.
Jesus Christ almighty!
I respect him breaking out. You cannot lock someone in a closet.
No.
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Office.
Oh. What is that? What is that? What is that noise?
No.
Come on. Oh, wow. I'm kind of surprised they showed that.
I may not have caught you in the act this time, but you can bet I will. Will not be made a fool of.
There you go. Yeah.
That was a good reveal there. Yeah. Not okay, bro.
Sue me.
Keep saying that.
I mean, she probably could at this point.
Yeah.
Yo, wastoid. You're not gonna blaze up in here.
You know what? With the person the principal is, I say do whatever the hell you want at this point.
Yeah,
You know what I
seriously.
mean? I'm like, screw that guy.
He sucks.
He does, yeah. You want to mess up the card catalog now? Do it.
It's crazy because I was on his side at first, and
For
now
a little
he
bit.
lost
I'm
me.
like, oh wait, that's good writing though.
When
Like,
it's fantastic writing.
Yeah.
You pretend to punch out a child. It's just kind of
Seriously, when you challenge him to a fight, I'm like, no one's going to believe you anyway.
I make $31,000 a year. This picture. I had a friend who had this poster on their wall.
Okay. I think I've seen this. Obviously, this was a bigger deal to have this going on in the 1980s than it would be now.
That's quite the reveal.
Yeah. So we're doing Footloose now.
Let's dance! A lot of fist bumping.
I'm just doing a little homework here.
Homework, huh?
Yeah.
Is he calling him out?
Yeah.
Good.
This would be something that you and I could keep between us.
No.
What would you like?
Got $50?
I mean,
He's the
that was
worst.
really dirty, yeah.
What do you need a fake ID for?
So I can vote.
Oh, that's a felony.
Yeah.
What is all that stuff?
Do you always carry this much in your bag?
Are we going to get any of her story at all?
My home life is unsatisfying.
Vague, but probably true.
It's the through line, right?
Yeah.
Well, everyone's home life is unsatisfying.
As a kid, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
No. There's no deal, Sporto.
I like that he's kind of compassionate towards her.
Did I?
Have these two fall in love.
Right?
Yeah. Actually,
I can see it.
a little empathy. Empathy's a good thing.
Is it bad?
Let us in. I want to know.
Yeah.
Oh.
By far, she's giving the best performance.
Yeah, that was really a vulnerable moment.
And each year, these kids get more and more arrogant.
Yeah, kids these days is
Yeah.
never right. Yeah.
These kids turned on me.
You turned on them.
You think I give one rat what these kids think of me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clearly.
That when I get older, these kids are going to take care of me.
I wouldn't count on it.
That's really well written.
Yeah, I like that.
He can't think for himself.
Eating 8 pounds of food is kind of
Right.
Do you guys know what I did to get in here?
Oh, good. I'm glad we're going to have this conversation.
Taped Larry Lester's buns together.
Oh my god.
Pulled the tape off. Most of his hair came off and some skin too.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I tortured this poor kid.
Yeah.
He's always going off about, when he was in school. All the wild things he used to do.
Your dad sucks too. Yeah.
All I could think about was Larry's father. Larry having to go home and explain what happened to him.
Well, I'm glad he's at least thinking about that.
That he has remorse. That he's,
Yeah.
That's a good sign that he's not a sociopath, you know?
Yeah. He's like, I really screwed up here.
He's crying. He's
Yeah.
crying about this.
I mean, how do you apologize for something like that?
You can still apologize.
You do it anyway. Yeah. And you tell your dad he sucks.
I think your old man and my old man should get together and go bowling.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, right.
Can't do anything.
Now, everybody can do something.
She gonna sing or something?
You have to swear to God you won't laugh.
Yeah, tap shoes with her.
Yeah. I should put lipstick on.
Is that it?
Is it lipstick?
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Trying to do that.
Can't. 7th grade.
That was great, Claire.
Thanks, Bender.
Swear to God you wouldn't laugh.
Am I laughing?
Yeah, we're back to that for sure.
I could disappear forever and it wouldn't make any difference.
Yeah, you should have said that. That's
Yeah.
Are those real diamonds, Claire?
Shut up.
I bet they are.
Back off.
You know what I got for Christmas this year? I got a carton of cigarettes. The old man grabbed me and said, "Hey, smoke up, Johnny."
I've heard that smoke up brownie line before, but without context, that's awful. That's really sad.
I feel like he needs therapy. I mean, really, he needs serious therapy.
What is going to happen to us on Monday when we're all together again?
Yeah.
I mean, I consider you guys my friends.
Oh, it's really nice.
Yeah, but I don't know.
You want the truth?
Yeah, I want the truth.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they go back to their little circles of the world.
And you don't got the balls to stand up to your friends and tell them that you're going to like who you want to like.
Finally, something I agree with.
Yeah.
Don't you ever talk about my friends. You don't know any of my friends.
He doesn't get the right to tell anybody not to talk.
I hate you.
Yeah? Good.
I think he hates him. Honestly.
Yeah.
Each of you, that I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, and I will not.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Your friends wouldn't mind because they look up to us.
It is different for that.
Yeah.
For
You're so conceited, Clint.
Yeah.
You're so conceited.
It's breaking my heart.
sure. Yeah.
The pressure that they can put on you.
I don't understand what.
Yeah.
You know why I'm here today?
Thought it was because you failed shop.
Mr. Ryan found a gun in the locker.
Oh.
God.
I tried. That was a flare gun. Went off in my locker.
I don't think it's funny either.
Yeah. I get break the tension, but that's
Right.
You want to know what I did to get in here?
so bad.
Yeah.
Nothing. I didn't have anything better to do.
Now that's funny.
Yeah.
That was a tension breaking moment I needed right there.
Oh, that's
I've
cool.
seen okay,
Yeah.
I've seen this before.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know this is a dumb reference, but they do this shot for shot in Ted 2.
Do they?
Yeah.
I've seen Ted 2, I don't remember.
I didn't know what they
I
were
didn't
doing.
like it.
I knew they were referencing something, but I was like, what referencing? Oh, that's right. Yeah, he left him in the closet. So he had to sneak
Oh,
back
you're gonna
in.
get his coat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's gotta be there for when he gets
Yeah.
let out.
Yep. I forgot about that. That's
I did too.
Yeah.
Good continuity.
continuity. Yeah.
Makeover? I think she needs a makeover.
Put that in my eye. I'm not seeing it. Just close it. No, wait a minute. Just go like that.
I desperately want them all to be friends.
I want them all to be friends.
Every friend group needs a wild card. Boy, is she a wild card. You gonna make out?
It would be a choice after the way their day's gone together.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being weird, but I was like, I don't think she needed the change.
She was fine.
Like, yeah.
Some dandruff shampoo, maybe. But
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, but you be you.
Yeah.
You don't need to be Molly Ringwald.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that message.
I don't either. I don't like this. Maybe it's an 80s message,
Sure.
you know.
Stop being weird.
Yeah, you're right.
Were you really disgusted about what I did with my lipstick?
Truth? No. Just so different.
You're pretty enough to date me now. As long as you look like this every day at
Yeah.
school.
See you next Saturday. You bet.
Are you kids high?
Right. And somehow the janitor ends up being the most reasonable person in the whole movie. It's a minor character.
How is he the best person?
He is, isn't he? You're still going to look like this next week, right?
Right. I do think he was into her before that, though.
I do too. I like we even commented like I hope they get together.
Yeah.
Giving him a diamond.
I guess. This is gonna be fun to talk about at the end.
Yeah, it is.
I was gonna wear it.
Hey!
Ooh, I can't do it. Harassed, assaulted, you know.
That is definitely an image I've seen before.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of mad I didn't watch this in high school because I would have done that on stage.
Right. Froze.
Yeah. Okay, get off the stage now.
Yeah.
All right. I really enjoyed that. That was the Ali Sheedy bit.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple things obviously that didn't age well, and
Some of the language,
right.
the slang.
Well, I'm talking about like some of the like over the top sexual stuff as far as lack of consenty things.
Sure.
I don't care about the period stuff. I'm more along the lines of were you to make this today, there are definitely some things that wouldn't show up.
Yeah, you're not
in that
under a desk,
right? Yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot of things that really crossed the line, bully wise, harassment wise.
Estevez said a line there, dropped the F-bomb there. I was like, oh,
yeah, there were just things that well, it's like people aren't entitled to have secrets, is something that didn't age well,
I'm trying to put on like hey, these are kids. Like,
right.
What was I like when I was in high school?
Oh, no.
We were similar.
Yeah, as you're learning. It's like kids who cuss all the time, right?
Yeah.
They suck at it.
Yeah.
Like, as I become an adult, I'm much better at knowing when to swear, and when not to, in context.
I had that conversation with, I think it was my mom, actually, about Superbad. She was like, it's just kind of profane. And I was like, well, that's high school kids.
High school kids, like, because high school kids don't know how to sprinkle it lightly. You know what I mean? I am not anti-swearing. I do it all the time. Sure. Not on the channel because, YouTube. But in adult conversations, you still do it. But you pick your times.
When someone's laying it on pretty heavy, you're
all
like,
the time,
all right, dude. You're yourself and also.
I'm the same way. I turn into my grandma when it's like every other word. I'm like, okay, man, I get it.
Sure.
You can express yourself with with more descriptive language.
Drink it. And it's like, all right,
yeah. So right. So, but yeah, it's not uncommon, especially when you get into older films, to see stuff that's like, well, nowadays that's
it's dated.
We understand more now about how damaging bullying is than we did in the 80s.
Yes.
So the idea that bullying is just what you do was a real attitude. They actually addressed it better than most movies from the period.
I think so.
When Estevez actually admitted that, like, I bullied this kid because he was weaker, and that really must have hurt him. Humiliated him.
To me, that was the best. That was my favorite part of the film, right?
Yeah, that whole scene, like the movie changed for me. Like, we were getting glimpses of like that Bender is, because let's face it, he was designed to be insufferable. Like, I get it. Like, there's no way you're supposed to be like, that guy's cool.
The whole
like,
time
all the way through.
Like, just watch that movie.
Yeah, right. But when you kind of get to, he's even sucked in that scene. But the more you get to realize, it's like, okay, this is just a lashing out thing.
Yeah.
And somebody just needs to call him on it. Not to the point of like, you're a jerk, but to be like, drop it. Stop the pretense, and let's just be a person for
almost
a second.
like a Good Will Hunting moment where it's like,
really,
it's not your fault,
exactly. It's like, okay, I get it. I get what you're doing. Let's just, how about you just be a person for a minute? And then he was much better.
And I kind of think that's what the ending with Molly Ringwald is with him. Like, she gives him the diamond, and like, he has somebody. I mean, obviously he has friends that he's quite loyal to. He's like, you don't know my friends, don't talk about my friends, even though you can talk about everybody else.
Well, I just think it was somebody seeing him that didn't see him before.
Sure.
Exactly. He has girls. I don't think.
I didn't mean like that. I meant like somebody you can lean on. Like,
gotcha.
Somebody that can see him. They can like understand.
Somebody outside of his safety group.
And I think all of them kind of act in the same way. Obviously, it's different. I mean,
sure.
I don't know if they're going to be friends after this because the movie ends.
I love the fact that it's not clear.
Yeah.
Like what what happens on Monday.
Yeah.
Who knows? I like the ambiguity of it. I think that's part of the real charm of the movie.
And I do think that the whole time I was watching this, I was kind of like, okay, so Mean Girls definitely took a page out of the Breakfast Club a little bit,
for sure.
Because at the end of Mean Girls, when that's all resolved and they're all like on to the next year, and they all just kind of see each other in the hallway and they're just like friendly, they give each other like a nod or a glance. I kept seeing that happening with these characters. I think that, okay, so also this movie was around before I was alive, and when I was in high school, like, there was cliques, right? But it wasn't.
There's still, I'm sure cliques are still a thing, right? The athletes hang out with the athletes, and the cheerleaders hang out with the cheerleaders, and blah 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 blah.
It was just different. I don't know if it's because my school was a little smaller, but like, I mean, there was the jockey group,
right?
There was the forensics group. There's everybody, but that was cool with everybody. It wasn't like it wasn't like this. It wasn't like, hey, go bully that kid. You know what I mean? Because I played sports, but I also did forensics. And
I don't know. I mean, this is like this has like gang vibes almost to it, as far as like that group, and I don't know. Again, this was not obviously, like I said, I saw the movie, 16 Candles, when I was way too young, and I don't know, it's like, was high school like that in the 80s?
I would imagine so, because this is like, I feel like the I hate to be like the Reagan era, but like I feel like back then it was much more conservative. You had parents that were like Emilio Estevez's dad, or even like the teacher, Vernon,
right?
That were just kind of like, I make this much money, I'm a winner. You're a loser. You're not going to be anything unless you follow rules.
Sure.
That kind of mindset.
I also think that we're talking about this. What was the name of the town in Illinois? I don't even know if it's a real town, but it felt very much like even all the way down to the Ali Sheedy character. It very much feels like we are a white middle and upper middle class bubble community.
Yep.
So I mean, it's representing like these different groups of teenagers.
Well, not everybody,
but it's a pretty small slice of America, right?
For sure.
Because I'm thinking like, well, are there other movies in the '80s that like really dealt with like different cities, like real cities, inner cities, different races, different sexualities. That's obviously more of a thing now, so we're a little bit more aware that like people are people. But I do like the fact that this movie is an early attempt to say that.
Yeah.
Like you pigeonhole this athlete, this basket case, this popular girl, this nerd, and it's like people are more complex than that, and that was really the beauty of the movie, right?
Yeah,
his idea that people are more complex than anybody. You're going to see people for what they are, right? The letter to the principal at the end. Why do you want us to tell you who you are when you've already decided who we are without knowing anything about us?
I love we got that scene with him with the janitor. The janitor basically says that,
right? Like, kids these days. I'm like, dude, and that's so kids being defined to adults is not a new thing.
Everybody was one of those archetypes when we were kids, for the most part, right? I mean, obviously it's not exact, but
well, if nothing else, they were looked upon as being lesser than in the eyes of older people.
Yeah.
Kids these days is not a new concept.
No,
it still goes on, right? When I was a kid,
and like as adults, we see trends like on TikTok or it's whatever, and it's like you can kind of roll your eyes at it. You're like, oh, that's what kids are right now. This is just it's trends, right?
Sure.
But ultimately, kids are gonna be kids,
Right.
This is high school. You figure yourself out.
That's true.
And you
try on personalities.
You have a lot. It is a lot of pressure on kids.
It is. Always has been.
And I think you're right. I think, God forbid they remake this movie, but if they did, it would be like inner city. It would be way more diverse, which I'm interested to see that movie, but at the same time, I don't think you need to remake this movie.
Oh, I think there's plenty of ways to make that movie without making this movie.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. You can do like what Mean Girls does. You pull from it. You pull from it. You take inspirations from it. You don't have to adapt it exactly.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people say it, but I don't happen to believe that diversity in movies is a bad thing. And
not at all.
I don't understand
why not represent everyone?
There's still a toxicity of like every time that there's easy example like a Disney movie, right? Star Wars,
any Star Wars property,
Star Wars or Marvel,
anything.
or God forbid a Little Mermaid movie, and it's just like, what? Everybody's not white. It's like
mermaids
people are mad because their gay characters showing up now.
Stay out of the comment section.
Right? Yeah, exactly. The world is still a toxic place. It turns out
it is. But yeah, I think this movie was one, very well written, and two, thought provoking. It really makes you think about it.
I love the build, right? Because early on it was like, where are we kind of going with these people? Because it was just kind of like a slice of life sad. One day, these people hanging out together, and when they finally were just like sitting down and everyone kind of opened up, that was beautiful. I thought that was really well done. Yeah, again, very period. This is definitely an '80s movie and of the time. But I felt like it was the reason that it's so iconic is I don't feel like a lot of those movies early on, I mean, this has it felt a little strong. Yeah, very much like a film version of Catcher in the Rye to me, right?
Sure.
The first thing written is like, hey, maybe the fact that kids suck is actually because adults suck and make kids suck, and it's not just let's have another movie or another TV show or another book about kids suck. It's maybe, but who's building the freaking world for them? you know,
and that was kind of that is the connecting tissue,
right?
All these kids, like, they all have their home lives aren't perfect.
Well, you know, look, when you look at the time period, you know, who in the '80s, who's running the country at that time?
Yeah,
the boomers.
Yep,
the boomers are in their 30s and 40s and having the kids and making all the political decisions and the financial decisions and running commerce. This is the first generation of children that had to live under the boomers. And I very strongly think that's not a great thing. So I absolutely love this. Again, the Ali Sheedy glow up is not something that I'm a fan of. I thought that was a missed opportunity right there to just let her be her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Be an individual,
right? But
I like that she gained a friend, but at the same time, but you don't have to change yourself to have friends with somebody.
Right, but other than that, I felt like this movie really worked for that.
Yeah, and I obviously different. This is what I kept thinking of the whole time. Obviously it's a different production, different writing, different story. I think this is a really cool companion piece to The Big Chill because you have two different eras of people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Different age groups, right?
The Big Chill being the boomers.
Yeah,
and how far they've come from what they were.
St. Elmo's Fire kind of doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, and I think that this would be a cool double feature to watch The Breakfast Club and The Big Chill back to back, or whatever order you want to watch it in.
Sure.
So,
yeah, no, this I can understand the historical importance of this movie and why so many people hold in such high regard. It was, and before we go, just a shout out to the performance of Ali Sheedy in this.
I thought she crushed it. She was amazing.
Everyone was good in the roles. I feel like everybody was perfectly cast.
Leo brought it, like
everybody. Yeah,
everybody. Yeah,
every Vernon. Yeah, even Vernon. Vernon went from being the lovable schlub moron to being a viper. You know, like I went from thinking the guy sucked to thinking I hate that guy.
Bull horns.
Right? Yeah, he ended up being really terrible.
Yeah.
But man, Ali Sheedy really shone in this a lot.
Yeah, I will definitely be checking out some more of the Brat Pack films.
Sure.
Do some deep dive on that. Maybe we can do one on the channel eventually because I've seen very little. I've seen very similar. Now this.
And there are some that I've seen, but it's because my parents were watching them. I'm a 5-year-old, so like I don't remember any of it.
I wouldn't describe myself as film bro, but I like Brian De Palma movies. I love Michael Mann movies, and that's kind of 80s flavor I've had. Action films,
action films. Yeah, me too. Yeah, if you want to talk Schwarzenegger, Bruce Willis, and Stallone movies from the 80s, I can do that all day long.
All day.
All day. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one.
See ya.